Hello everybody and welcome to another game of Never Have I Ever. Now I've done this before on the channel and I don't drink alcohol, so it's not like I'm gonna take a shot every time. I actually have to agree to one of them. In fact, I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm eating cookies. So open this, okay, I'm actually pretty good at that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is satisfying as shit. So every time I have done something, one of these questions, I'm gonna eat a cookie. And if I feel like it, explain what I mean by it. Never have I ever fancied a friend's mum. Not that I can remember at the very least. I don't think so. I mean, there are some mums, definitely, who are attractive, but I'm just too young for them. And usually they're married or anything of the sort. But no, I don't think I ever have. Never have I ever licked my elbow. Nope, I can't. I'm not flexible enough. Never have I ever stepped on a Lego. Yeah. We've all been there. It's extremely painful. Worst experience of my life. Didn't like it. Never have I ever laughed out loud in a funeral. Luckily for me, I've only been to one funeral in my entire life, and it was my own grandmother. So, no, I have never actually laughed at a funeral. But even if it wasn't related, actually I've been to two. Actually, a friend's father died as well. I've been to two funerals. But no, I've never laughed out loud because that is just... That is horrible, okay? Don't ever do that. Don't think I have to tell you that, but it's a bad idea. Never have I ever had sex in the library. Nope, I haven't, because I never get into a library. Never have I ever eaten sushi. I definitely did, and I definitely loved it. Sushi is fantastic. I love it. It's probably my favorite food, not even gonna lie. It doesn't need to be fish or meat. I just like the vegetable ones as well. I just really like sushi. I think it's one of the best things ever invented in life. Never have I ever slept for more than a full day. Not for a full day. I wouldn't even know how to actually do that. But I have slept long amounts of time. I remember I was on a school trip for about a week, and when I got home, I got maybe a total of 7 hours of sleep during the entirety of the week, which is what happens when you go on a school trip with friends and it's nice and you're enjoying yourself. So when I got home, I got home around 5 or 4 or 5 in the afternoon. And I said hello to everybody. I put down my bags. I went upstairs to my room. And I just lay down on my bed and I just fell asleep. And I woke up the next morning. So I did sleep. I mean, I'd say... for about 14 to 15 hours at that time. But it's not an entire day, but it is definitely very long. Never have I ever cried over a dog's death. Yep, I have. And I'm not afraid to admit it. We had the two of these very small white dogs. They were really cute. They were very old. They've been mistreated and abused, and we got them from the asylum. They were both 13, I think. They were very old. So we had them for 2 years, and then one died, and shortly afterwards the other one died as well. Very sad. When the first one died, I was devastated. And when the second one died, it was even worse because we lost them both. And yeah, I cried about the second one died. I did. Not out there on my knees screaming, but I did shed a little tear. So that's basically considered crying. Never have I ever wanted to own a spider. I hate them, but yeah, I have. You know, the thing is, I have a love-hate relationship with them. More hate. A lot more hate, but also a tiny bit of love. The same I have with sharks, basically. I think they're absolutely gorgeous creatures. They're just amazing. They're really special, but they're scary as all fuck. So, I have thought about getting a spider, like a big tarantula or something, but I was like, what if it would escape? I would literally be too afraid to get into my own house. So, bad idea. Never have I ever dropped my phone in the loo. I haven't, actually. I know that, I think 2 of my family members actually have. I did, however, once. I was on a bike, coming back home from school, and I was wearing this jacket. It's cold in here. It's not right now. It's in the middle of a heat wave, but normally it's cold in here. And I had a little pocket, right here. And I had my phone in there, my earpiece is plugged in. I was just listening to music, but I didn't close it because of the wire that needed to come out. So, there was a bump in the road, which happens when you live on the countryside, and I just went over it, and of course it made this bumping motion, and the thing fell out of my pocket into a puddle of water on the road, and then I basically drove over it myself. It still worked! Never have I ever given my contact information to a complete stranger. I have. Fuck it, right? Never have I ever been reincarnated as a giraffe. Never have I ever had sex in a tent. No. No, not in a tent. No, that never happened. Never have I ever loved to be in a relationship. Yeah, I have. Definitely. Why else would you have a relationship in the first place, basically? I've had 2 serious ones, and I was having a good time with both. Both had its ups and downs, like every single relationship should have, but I had a good time. And yeah, if I was single, there are moments when I feel like, yeah, I would love to be in a relationship right now, if that's what they mean. Obviously, I think one of the big things that humans are looking for in their lifetime is love. It's, assuring a future for themselves, getting financially stable, building up your own life, basically, and finding love. I think most humans, not everyone, of course, but most humans, for most humans, it's something that they really want to find during their lifetime. So I think it's an urge, even if you just look at it purely biologically, like everyone, every species needs to have children, reproduce. So it's an urge that we have biologically, but purely romantically, I think people want to find someone they're compatible with and that supports them and just is there for them. Never have I ever made love to a teapot. No, I haven't. But it does sound like quite the interesting plan. Never have I ever peed in a sink. Fuck yeah, I have. Worst of all, it was my brother's. Didn't like it one bit, and I did it multiple times as well. You see, back in the old house where we were living, the toilet was downstairs. So, and my room was like all the way at the end of the hallway, which was like a couple feet, but it wasn't that much. But it was all the way at the end of the hallway, and there was no toilet, so I needed to go downstairs. And it was dark and cold, and I didn't want to. And my brother didn't sleep in his own bed a lot of times. It doesn't mean that he was a slut or anything, but he just went to other places, I guess, or whatever. And he had a sink in his room, and I didn't. So whenever I needed to pee really bad and I didn't feel like going downstairs, I just stood on my toes, whipped it in, and had myself a little wee. And yeah, no, that did definitely happen. Never have I ever eaten so much that I had to vomit. Not quite all the way there, but I have been pretty damn close in my life a couple of times. Never have I ever liked Justin Timberlake. I mean, as a person or as a musician? I don't know him as a person, but as a musician, yeah. I do like him. I'm a bit of an old school guy. I like R&B, Usher, Neo. Justin Timberlake made R&B songs as well. So it's kind of in my lane, some songs. And therefore, yeah, I do like him. Never have I ever broken the law. I mean, in a way, yeah, I have. It was never anything big. Like, I never killed somebody. That's what you're thinking. Which is probably not what you were thinking. I swear I didn't do it. But like, I had this period in my life when I was like 15, I believe. When every time we went on a school trip, like we went to like a theme park, we went to like a snowboarding hall somewhere in Germany. And, everywhere I went, I had this period in which I, for some reason, took the most random fucking stuff from the place. I remember when we were in Germany, I took like a cup with the logo of the company on there and I put it in my bag and I brought it with me. When I was like in the theme park, I brought like, you have to like these big stands where it's like all sorts of candy in there. You've got these big spoons, so to speak, just to fish it out. I took one of those spoons with me and I still have it somewhere. So it was like the most random shit, but I guess it's against the law to steal. Please don't arrest me. Never have I ever been camping. Yeah, I have a couple of times actually. Enjoy it too. I've been camping. I've gone camping in France, in Germany, in Austria, here in the Netherlands as well. In Croatia, I've been. In England, in Scotland. I've camped in a lot of places. We actually had friends of ours who were from the same village. Sounds like I'm from Africa. Oh yeah, we were from the same village. That's not how Africans talk. I'm not racist. Please don't accuse me. But like we were from the same town, and they actually moved out all the way into the north of the country, which is like a 2.5 hour drive, and actually bought a camping. They actually bought a camping over there, and we used to stay. We come there every summer and stay there. So we went to the camping every single summer because our friends actually owned one. Never have I ever been jet lagged. I haven't, because I've never been real far enough when it comes to traveling with a plane to actually be jet lagged. I hope to be jet lagged at some point, which is a weird thing to say, but I want to see a lot of the world. But the first I've flown is to an island in Greece, which is like a 3-hour flight, and there's like only 1 hour time difference So it doesn't make a single bit of difference, basically. So no jet lag for me, but I want to go to America, to Australia, you know, to Asia. So there will definitely be times where I become jet lagged, and I will totally take it with me. Never have I ever wanted kids. This has always been a very difficult one for me. And I mean that. That's not to be funny, because I know that they say, like, I hate children and all that. And the reason that I have never been really sure about it is because part of me does. I think babies are annoying as all hell. I think it's absolute bullshit that human babies, for some reason, need years and years to learn how to properly shit themselves. I don't get it. Like, there's so much work, so much effort, so much responsibility. But on the other hand, I think it's the older you get, it's just a beautiful idea of, you know, having children or having a kid or however many you want, with someone that you love, and raise it to become their own person, to become their own human, and see it, him or her, it is a bit mean, isn't it? Grow up to become a beautiful person that will work in society and lead their own lives. I think it's a wonderful idea. So, in the end, even though I still have my doubts, I believe that I will want children at some point if I find the right person to have them with. Never have I ever impregnated a woman. No. Which was basically a great connection to the previous question. I haven't, and I'm not yet planning on doing so in the next, probably, well, lots of years. And that's where I'm gonna leave it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and then I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.